Welcome to the Palladium course on learning how to play blackjack. Some players call the game blackjack, and some call it 21. Either way, the goal is the same: beat the dealer. Blackjack is played with either 1, 2, 3, 6, or 8 decks of cards. And while the rules are simple to learn, a long-used strategy needs to be understood before one actually starts playing. This strategy, called the basic strategy, was developed to assist players in making the right decision given their first 2 cards dealt to them. But before we learn more about this strategy, let's cover the basic rules. The game begins by dealing each player 2 cards, normally face up. The dealer also gets 2 cards, but one of the cards is placed face down. Then the decision time comes. Each card number represents its value, so a 2 of clubs is equal to 2, and a 7 of diamonds is equal to 7, and a 10 of hearts is equal to 10. The only exceptions are the face cards and the aces. Face cards such as a jack, a queen, and a king are equal a value of 10, and the aces can either be used as 1 or an 11. If the player's first 2 cards is equal to 21, an ace and a 10, or an ace and a face card, the player automatically wins unless the dealer is also dealt a 21. This is called a push, and neither the player or the dealer wins. After the player receives their 2 cards, they have a variety of decisions to choose from. These include drawing from an additional card, staying with the total they receive, splitting the cards into 2 hands, doubling down, or in some cases, surrendering. We'll cover each option thoroughly in this introduction video. Bottom line, the goal is to get as close to 21 without going over and achieving a higher value than the dealer. Keep in mind, the player's decision is always made prior to seeing the dealer's card that is face down. The easiest way to predict the dealer's total is to assume their face down card is the value of 10, because more cards in the deck add a value of 10 than any other value. Let's look at a simple example. In this example, the player is dealt a king and a 5 of spades for a total of 15. The dealer's exposed card is a queen of hearts. Time to make a decision. As the player, you should assume the dealer's down card has the value of 10. Again, a card with the value of 10 could be a 10 card, a jack, a queen, or a king. Here's a simple strategy to start with. If you have a hand totaling between 12 and 16, and the dealer also has a hand that may total between 12 and 16, you should stay put and not take the 3rd card. If you have a hand totaling between 12 and 16, and the dealer has a hand that could total 17 or more, then you should hit and take a 3rd card. If your hand is lower than 12, always hit. There's not a single card that would make your hand bust or exceed 21. In this example, the dealer has an assumed hand of 20, so the player should hit, trying to improve their hand of 15. In the next training video, we will take a look at the most misplayed hand, known as the soft hand.